Hey everyone, I'm Mind, and welcome back to another Legacy versus Original comparison video. In today's video, we'll be comparing the two Kai's Blade Cycles that have been released. The first from 2012, set number 9441, Kai's Blade Cycle, and on the right, the Legacy remake from 2019, set number 70667, Kai's Blade Cycle and Zane's Snowmobile. However, we're just looking at the Kai's Blade Cycle part, and I've already done Zane's Snowmobile in a video which you can see here. As with all these videos, I'm going to be taking a look at each feature of these sets, comparing how they did it in the original versus how they do it in the Legacy set, and seeing where they differ, and then at the end giving my overall opinion as to which set I think is better. So yeah, let's just hop into it. Before I get started on this, I just want to say the wheel on this is a little weird. It's not a fault of the set, it's a fault of me not knowing how to build when I was 9 years old. I don't have all the pieces, so I know the wheel should not be slidey, but mine is, and I will not be taking points off for that. I just wanted to point it out for anyone in the comments who was wondering. That's not how the set is supposed to be, that's just how mine is, so ignore that. The wheels are supposed to work normally. So there's not a ton to talk about here. We've got two big wheels, one in the front, one in the back. You got this fire detailing with Kai's original symbol right here. Some gold blades on the side. You have three different types of gold blades on the side, and they look good. It's a nice bit of detailing. You have a lot of technicals on the side, which are not very pretty, and you also have these Technic bars sticking out in the back. I did go back and look at the original set, and yes, this isn't me just like not knowing how to build when I was little, like with a wheel in the front. These bars actually are supposed to stick out like that, and that's just not pretty, right? That just doesn't look good. It just looks unfinished and proper. I wish they used a smaller bar piece or used something to cover it up. It's just so weird that that's there. Like, why? It doesn't look very good. And it's got like this one little tooth piece right here, which I guess is good to cover some things up. But, yeah, I think they could have done more back here to cover this up, because Technical's not the prettiest. Moving up to, like, the main seating area, that's where Kai would stand, and again, like, don't think it looks great. Like, you got this bright yellow piece right here, you've got this, like, battle droid arm, which I know they use the Skulkin arms for these kind of things nowadays, and those look way better, but the battle droid arm is just, it's not pretty, and with the yellow that doesn't fit with the color scheme, with these, like, open studs, like, it just looks like an unfinished seating area. I don't really feel like a figure would stand there. It feels like there's more to add on to this build before you do that. So that's just disappointing. And then if you push down right here, the bike transforms, which, let me give you an aerial view. Push down, transforms like that. And the transformation feature is okay. Like, it's very little. Like, I remember this in the show, and I remember thinking it was pretty cool, but it's not like a huge thing. They just, like, the blades and everything go out a little bit, not very much, and I feel like that could have been more. Because, well, it's cool. It's not that cool. It's just a little change, and it's not, like, a huge deal. And then you get to see, like, more technicals and Technic pins. And the side right there, too, it's just, And then you get to see them blue right there, and that just messes with the color scheme even more. Like, not a huge fan of that. Like, I don't know. I really don't like this set particularly, but that's the original. Let's see how they did in the Legacy, shall we? Before we look at it up close, I just want to mention how, like, the original is a little bit wider and shorter, while the new one is thinner and longer. And it's just a small difference, right? They're quite similar in size and shape, but it does, like, make a difference there. So yeah, as I said, moving to the new one, as you can see, it's a lot longer. It feels more like an actual bike than, like, a weird vehicle. But again, like, there's a lot of things I don't like about this. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of these two vehicles as a whole. Like, original or Legacy, I don't think I really like Kai's Blade Cycle all too much. Like, I think this wheel in the front is not very pretty. You got this brown piece right here, which doesn't fit in with the color scheme. Red, gray, like, it's just such a mess to get that wheel on. And the gold and black does look cool, but that entire thing doesn't look great. And then coming up here, I don't like the overabundance of black in this build. That's one thing I have to give credit to the original for, is they actually used the red and orange, but they try to incorporate a lot of black here, and it just doesn't really fit with the color scheme of everything else. So, while red and black is a really cool color scheme, it just doesn't really fit this vehicle here, so not the biggest fan of that. There's no, like, technicals on the side. Well, not as many technicals on the side. There's this piece right here, which isn't pretty, and this is the entire mechanism to transform it in this vehicle. It's better from the side, but it's still not the prettiest. Got the sticker right here with some writing. I assume that says Kai. No, that's an E in the middle, so I'm not sure what that says. But yeah, I'm not sure what that writing says. I would assume Kai, but I know that's an E in the middle, so I don't know what those other two letters are. But yeah, it's got some nice... I like the stickers on this one. I like the, like, cartoony fire. It looks better than, like, the semi-realistic fire that they went with on the original. And it's the same thing with the Kai fighter from this year. Like, they upgraded it with more cartoony fire than realistic fire, and I think that's definitely an improvement. But just looking at it from all angles, I don't know. It's just not my favorite build. seat's better, I could say that for sure. It looks like an actual place a minifigure would sit. However, I feel like the handlebars are a little too close to the minifigure. Maybe if we stood them up, they'd be fine, but sitting down, like, the handlebars are way too close to them. It's the same issue Zane's snowmobile had, which comes in the same set as this, so I don't know why. Like, minifigures can't really hold handlebars that close. Like, it really just forces them into such a small space, so I don't like that. And while I know it's a part of the mechanism, I don't like these Technic pins sticking out here. Like, Technic pins sticking out just looks so unfinished to me. Just why do that? But yeah, if you want to see the mechanism, you push back on these, and it flips out like that into like this X shape, and it's a very different transformation than the original. The original has like more of a attack formation, while this is just sort of unnecessary. I guess you can use it as like blades to attack something on your sides, but I don't know. I don't really like the look of this transform. It's definitely more drastic than the original, but it just doesn't do it for me. I just don't think I'm a fan of this vehicle as a whole. And unfortunately, I think that's all I gotta say for this vehicle, so let's move on to my final thoughts. So overall, as I said, I'm just disappointed by both here. Like, I don't particularly like the original or the Legacy version of this vehicle. I like Kai and I like the vehicle in the show, but neither set really does it for me. They're just boring, kind of ugly bikes in my eyes. But I don't know, maybe I'm being overly negative or something, so let me know what you guys think in the comments below, because I could be entirely wrong here, but I just feel like these don't interest me, and they could be a lot better, and neither, like, the Legacy one should have done a lot more to improve upon it. If I had to pick a favorite, I guess I would say the original, just because it looks more like the vehicle in the show, but I don't particularly like either of them. Like, they're both fine. The new one's definitely a better set, but the old one is more accurate to what it is in the show, and because I don't care for either set, like, I guess I like the original more. But yeah, please let me know what you guys think in the comments below, because I'm very curious to hear your thoughts, because as I said, I don't feel particularly strongly about either of these. I'm not a fan of either, so yeah, let me know what you think. If you enjoyed this video, please press like, subscribe if you're new. I do LEGO videos like this every single day, so if you subscribe, you'll be the first to see them. And I think that's going to do it for today's video. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!